Join us on the Swim Monkey.
Swim Monkey TV. On the Monkey.
What's up? Swim Monkey TV, Lean Green Dad here. Cory here from Lean Green Dad and leangreenmealplan.com. I am here to say hi. I actually wore my Ironman hat for you guys today. You can see I did it in 2012. That was my year. You've heard me talk about it before. It's like one of those things I did. But when I'm not doing Ironmans in 2012, I'm here being a plant-based dad. And as a plant-based dad, I believe in fueling my body with fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains. I do that every single day. Sometimes we have some cheat days, but we never cheat on our plant-based diet, okay? We did have, pizza and Oreos the other night. It was just one of those nights, right? I think with everything we're all going through that, it's okay every now and then to have a little bit of an indulgence, right? Or a celebratory meal, as I like to call it every now and then. But the key about celebrations and the key about celebratory meals, right, is that they're every so often. They're not all the time. And, when your family chooses to incorporate something healthy or try something new, right? And typically we're making recipes. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that's near and dear to my heart. And, as a plant-based dad, a plant-based cook that's out there on the Facebook world, I get questions from people saying like, hey, listen, my husband's not on board, or my wife's not on board, or my partner's not on board. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to get them to eat the way that I'm eating, and it's very frustrating, and I'm mad, and I'm some people are yelling, some people are crying, and it's hard. So I want to talk about a healthy diet in general, okay? What if you are in a situation that a lot of people are in where your partner just isn't really feeling it, right? They just don't want to give up their 6-pack of beer a night, right? They don't want to give up their steak dinner if you're a plant-based family. They don't want to give up their French fries, right? And so all of a sudden, that celebratory meal is turning into something that's more routine. It's more regular for them, right? And the reason that we transitioned to a plant-based diet was because of my wife, right? My wife, Jen. And if we didn't transition to this plant-based lifestyle, she might not be able to operate on as high a level as she is now, right? Everybody knows, if you follow Lean Green Dad, know what I'm about. She has ulcerative colitis, which is a chronic illness, right? Something that she's going to be dealing with for the rest of her life. So she has prescription medication, and thank God she does, to keep her disease under control. But there's other things that she can do, like be responsible for what she eats on a daily basis, and that's what we've done. So with that, I'm going to welcome in my lady, my Jen. Come on in. We're going to talk about what happens when your partner is not on board with a plant-based diet. Say hi to Swim Monkey TV.
Hi, Swim Monkey TV.
Yes. So listen, I'm very fortunate in the sense that we decided to do this together, right? We decided to go through this together, and we decided to do it, as a team. I mean, how did it start? Do you remember how we even started this thing?
Very slowly, step by step. We started watching documentaries when I first was diagnosed. Maybe even shortly thereafter, we started watching a lot of documentaries about food.
Here, step over a little bit. There you go. Now you're centered. Now you're centered.
We started watching documentaries. I think we started with Forks Over Knives. That was our first documentary because it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
And then Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, we were watching things about juicing, things just really anything that had to do with nutrition and food and health.
Yeah.
And that's what made us start to think, well, maybe we were seeing a lot about dairy being inflammatory. So actually, I think we cut dairy first. Before we cut meat, we cut dairy first, which is surprising, right? Because most people say, I could never give up cheese. That's That's always the thing. But I think we cut dairy first because the things that we were researching for us said those things are inflammatory. So we were like, okay, well, my disease is an inflammatory disease. So we want to cut down on inflammation in the body. So that was where we started.
And I think that it's a journey for you guys, right? Like no matter where you're at, and we're talking about a plant-based diet because that's our family, but let's just go back and like make this all encompassing for anyone that wants to try something. Maybe you want to try cutting carbs. Maybe you're gluten-free. Maybe organic is important to you. Maybe local is important to you. Maybe sugar is a big deal to you and your family. Maybe it's fat, right? Whatever it is, just apply this to anything, okay? And I'm going to give you 5 things that you're going to need to think about as a couple, and I'm going to do one, Jen's going to do one, we're going to share back and forth, okay? I wrote an article for Forks Over Knives, which is, you know, kind of the plant-based leader out there, right? And so this article was, you know, what to do when your partner's not on board with a plant-based diet. But again, you can apply this to anything. So the first tip that I have is don't force it. All right. Now I'm in the lucky situation where we were agreeable on this journey that we're taking together. So I was very, very lucky. Okay. And yes, the questions did fly up. If you have a question about this, guys, just let me know. We'll be happy to answer it live. And if you're watching on replay, just let me know. Okay. Coming back to it, don't force the issue. All right. You can't force someone to change. You can have an intervention or something like that. I guess if you're talking about anything in life, like smoking or drinking or anything like that, but you don't want to be in their face all the time. This needs to be something that your partner decides to do because A, they love you, right? Or B, they want to change themselves. And until you get to that point of either love or wanting them to change themselves, it's probably not going to happen. And so if you back off, right? I mean, give me an example with the kids, right? I mean, if we want the kids to behave, we're not going to be screaming in their face like, stop doing this, stop doing this, stop doing this all the time. Sometimes. Maybe it's a bad example. But you want to just like
forcing them rarely works though.
I will say positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Positive reinforcement works for us over yelling, even though we're human beings and we sometimes yell. Positive reinforcement is always going to be good for your partner, whether you want them to come with you or not on this journey. So that's my first tip. The second tip is going to be Jen, and I'm referring to the article over here, okay? Our second tip is
have the conversation.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know what I mean by that. I should probably read to find out.
Listen, having the conversation means, hey, Jennifer, I care about you a lot. And because I care about you, I would like to have a plant-based diet. I would like to try eating less fats. I would like to whatever, right? Put your thing in there, okay? Have the conversation and then talk to them. You see how I force her to do these, guys? I force her to do these with me. All right, but you force them to have a conversation. You can do that.
You must talk to me. I will not force you to eat this way, but you must talk to me.
In the conversation, you just break your ideas down to them in a very calm way, right? This is the wrong way to do it. Why do you always eat like this? I'm so sick of you doing this to me. Like every time I try to suggest a plant-based diet, but you throw it back in my face. I'm sick of arguing with you about it. You see? That's not going to work. Instead, just be like, honey, I need to talk to you about something.
Oh.
Would you listen to me?
Yes.
I love you. And because of that, I want to help your heart. And because of your heart, I would like to feed you a plant-based diet. Right? Those things. I want to be around with you. I want to exist with you for years and decades to come. Will you please try this with me? Will you try this? Don't change your entire life. I'm not telling you to give up your steak and potatoes forever. Just give it a shot. Just give it a shot. Try it with me. Will you do that? Will you?
I will.
And then you do it. All right. Tip number 3 that I am aware of, but Jen has never seen, is prepare delicious meals. Now, when we're talking about delicious meals, go ahead, Jen. I'm going to give you a second here. I'm going to vamp for you. You think of 3 of your most favorite meals. I could make them. I could tell them what they are right now, but you're going to do it. Prepare delicious meals. If you make meals that suck or that don't taste good, you're going to lose out. All right? You can't make healthy meals taste like poo. They've got to taste good. They've got to be craved. They've got to be like, yo, babe, what was that thing you made the other day? It was so good. Right? So, yeah. Jen, what are the 3 meals that your mouth waters?
I love our lasagna that we make.
Plant-based lasagna with tofu ricotta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love our potato soup.
Baked potato soup or sweet potato soup?
I like both.
Ooh. All right. Let's just say baked potato soup. Loaded baked potato soup. I'm going to let you guess the main ingredient. Freaking potatoes. All right. You like, what are those russet potatoes? All right. Boil them up, hook it up, put them in the Instant Pot, blend it up, add a little garlic, add a little onion powder, add a little onion, sprinkle it on top with some, that's just sprinkle. Sprinkle it on top with some
something crunchy.
Something crunchy. Like, onions. Like crunchy onions are good.
Onions.
Ooh, and a little bit of Daya cheese on top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Talking my language. All right, so that's it. Make delicious meals. Oh, third one?
Oh, another meal that I love?
Yeah, I think you did too.
Right? You have been making delicious Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, I knew it. Philly cheesesteak. I make it with chicken. I make it on the griddle. It's huge. It's like Kobe style. Mix it up.
Yeah.
It's great.
You mean like hibachi?
Hibachi.
Yeah.
Kobe is a restaurant. Still works.
Similar.
All right. The last thing, the most important thing, I'm hoping Jen can just make this one up and understand what this could possibly mean. What is the last tip, Jen, for people that are trying to help their partners transition over?
Keep communicating. Keep communicating and keep the dialogue going, leading by example and answering questions as they come.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Is that good?
Pretty good vamping.
Did I do good?
Very good. Yeah. When you communicate with your spouse, you win. All right. And guess what? Sometimes that communication might be, you know what? I feel starving. I am not having enough food because I'm trying to lose weight with you, or I'm trying to be carb free. And dang it, it is just, yes, Joe, eat a ton of food together. Eat a ton together. Then you feel good. And communicate about those feelings of fullness. Are you happy with the feeling of fullness? Or are you feeling like you're lacking a little bit of something? If you are, keep the communication lines open, because communication is what will help you have a successful marriage.
What are we talking about?
Communication.
Got it.
And food.
Food, happy communication.
Happy belly, happy wife. Is that what it is?
No, but that's accurate.
Hey, listen, I hope this has been fun, guys. I don't get to bring my little wifey on here on these lives with me that often, but she's here now, and I appreciate her, and I'm happy that you're here. Thank you. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching Swim Monkey TV. If you want to learn more about the Lean Green Meal Plan and some of the delicious, delicious meals that Jen loves, check us out, leangreendad.com. You can also try the meals for free over at leangreenmealplan.com.
Enunciate that.
I had to. I gave Bess time to type it so she could pop it up on the screen. You see? That's what it is. Watch. It's going to pop up on the screen in just a second. leangreenmealplan.com.
There it is.
See? Told you. Thanks, Bess. Thanks, Joe. And we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.
Join us on the Swim Monkey. Swim Monkey.
Swim Monkey.
Swim Monkey TV. On the Monkey.